And we're back and we are continuing the Islam Makhachev versus Ahmed Sarukian fight card. Let's get right into it. But before we do, make sure you remember this Saturday we are live for the watch party of UFC 11 and the Misfits X Series 20 fight card. Let's get right into today's video. We have Jiří Procházka versus Jamahal in this one. So we have Jamahal coming in at 12-2 with 1 no contest. His country is United States. He stands at 6'4" tall. He weighed at 214 pounds. In his last weigh-in, has a reach of 79 inches and a leg reach of 43.5 inches, while Jiří Procházka, on the other hand, is 35-1. His country is the Czech Republic, or as it's written here, the Czechia. He stands at 6'3" tall. He weighed at 216 pounds in his last weigh-in, has a reach of 80 inches and a leg reach of 45 inches. Procházka has a lot more experience inside the octagon than Jamahal does. You can see Jiří Procházka has 18 more wins, 3 more losses, 1 draw and no non-contests. Jiří also has a 1-inch reach advantage and a 1.5-inch leg reach advantage. The weight is going to be the light heavyweight belt limit. Jamahal only has one thing over Procházka in this fight, which being his height with 1 inch, which is nothing. So based off of these stats, I would say it's a fairly close fight. They've both been previously knocked out by Alex Pereira, so they're both coming off in losses, both knockout losses. Who had it worse? I think Procházka had it worse, but Procházka was later on in the fight, end of round 1, start of round 2, while Jamahal was, I do believe, round 1. It was a cheap cut shot from Jamahal. Alex Pereira was like, yeah, cool, let's just continue. As Pereira did that, as Pereira pushed, now this is something that Jamahal hates, as Pereira said no to Herb Dean to getting intervened, he stepped forward a little bit, and Jamahal didn't realise that Alex Pereira had taken advantage there and gotten closer, and then lands his left hook. Which puts most opponents out. So Jamahal obviously went into one and it was crazy that, yeah. But anyways, let's move on to win buys to see how they've got it done in their previous fights. Now we have looked at both of these fighters before. With Procházka, most of his wins coming by knockout. Same with Jamahal, but 87% of Procházka wins are by knockout, 10% are by submission, 3% by decision, an average fight time sit around 10 minutes, and a knockdown average of 0. While Jamahal, on the other hand, has a percentage of 58% KO TKOs, 0% submissions, 42% decision, with an average fight time sitting around 9 minutes and a knockdown average of 1. So most of both of their wins are coming by knockout. Jiří Procházka actually has submissions while Jamahal doesn't. Jamahal has knockouts and decision wins, while Procházka has knockouts, submissions, and very rarely gets a decision win. How do I think this fight plays out just based off of these two stats? I think it'll be on the feet. I think this fight does go on the feet because they both want to get a massive knockout win to get the title shot next. Now, I do believe Pereira is going up in weight to fight Volkov soon. The belt will be vacated very shortly, so these two will be fighting for the #1 contender spot for the belt. Possibly even a rematch between these two for the belt, but I don't really know that very well. This lighting is very yellow. It's really annoying. But let us move on to significant strikes to see how they perform in their previous fights. With Jamahal having an average of 7 punches landed per minute, 54% significant strikes, an average of 4 punches absorbed per minute with a defense of 46%, while Jiří Procházka, on the other hand, had an average of 5 punches landed per minute, a 55% significant strike percentage, an average of 6 punches absorbed per minute with a defense of 39%. Jamahal, based off his last fight, did a lot better than Procházka. He landed a lot more than Procházka did. He had a lower significant strike percentage than Procházka. Procházka had a shorter amount of punches, but almost had the exact same significant strikes in his previous fight. Jiří absorbed a lot more. His defense was a lot worse, but Jamahal didn't have an impressive defense either, and he absorbed a fair little bit. Procházka has a very weird defense where he likes to defend with his head. It's very weird. Jamahal didn't do too bad against Pereira. Based off of these stats, when you watch the fight, he didn't do good either. But Khalil Rountree Jr. did a lot better than both of them combined. So this is a very interesting fight going into this one. Let's move on to the grappling very quickly to see if it does go down, who could benefit better. I mean, I'm already going to say it. Procházka will benefit better. Maybe these stats will tell a different story. They won't, but they might. The one thing I've noticed everyone hates doing against Pereira is grappling. Hardly anyone. No one tries it. No one wants to grapple with Pereira. I don't know why. Jamahal had a 0 takedown average, 0% takedown accuracy because he didn't attempt any. A 73% takedown defense with a submission average of 0 because it didn't go down as much. While Jiří Procházka, on the other hand, had an average of 1 takedown, 60% takedown accuracy, 68% takedown defense, and a submission average of 0. They both have good takedown defense. Procházka had obviously the better takedown accuracy. He got very few takedowns. Jamahal got no takedowns at all. He didn't attempt any. He got no takedown accuracy because he didn't attempt any takedowns, and it didn't hit the canvas for the grappling match for Jamahal Hill to even attempt a submission. But Procházka had an attempt of a submission average. So who do I think it benefits going down? I think it benefits Procházka. I don't think that. I know it benefits Procházka. These stats tell you that it benefits Jiří Procházka. Jamahal Hill, it will probably benefit him more on the feet, but I think it's a coin flip on the feet. If Procházka can land, Procházka could knock him out. If Jamahal Hill can land, they both have enough power to knock each other out in this one. We've seen them both get knocked out previously. We've seen them both get loads of knockouts. It's who can capitalize on it, who can cut down the range, who can get in their striking distance to get the other opponent down. But these are just my thoughts and my opinions. There's not too much to go off here. It's going to be on the feet probably, and if it doesn't go on the feet, it'll be down on the ground and it'll be Procházka's fight. But on the feet, it's a coin flip. It's whoever can assert their dominance and start their game plan as early as possible. But that's just my thoughts and my opinions. What do you guys think? Who do you think wins and how do you think win? Apart from that, I'll catch you in a bit. Take care and peace.